Alright, man, we've got to talk about this next fight. We've got Trevin Jones versus Javid Basharat, and oh man, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick the underdog. I'm picking Trevin Jones. At first I was pretty big on Javid Basharat, because you guys know I do love the Dana White's Contender Series, guys. You guys do know that I do love Dana White's Contender Series, and I did pick him to beat Artem 16-0. Very padded 16-0. I looked more into the records of the guys that he's been fighting. Ridiculously padded 16-0. This guy was like 6-0 and he lost to a debuting guy. Ridiculously padded 11-1. All of those wins were pretty much the losing records. Beat a 2-2 guy when he was definitely set up to win. I don't really know about that fight. And then 2-39. Like, what is going on, man? I'm sorry, Javid. I'm sorry, man. I was really big on this guy. I was really big on him, but now I'm just looking at it and I just can't trust the body of work that he's showing me. He's looked good against that level of competition, but the problem is, man, he just hasn't been looking good. Sorry, he has been looking good, but he hasn't been looking good against competition that I believe is UFC level. Trevin Jones, on the other hand, though, man, he's been looking good, man. In fact, well, he's been looking good until he didn't. He lost to Yakub Kakramonov. That was a short notice replacement. Yakub come in. Yakub looked a lot bigger than Trevin Jones in that fight. One thing that's also worth noting is Javid is probably going to look a bit bigger than Trevin Jones in this fight because he's 5'9" compared to the 5'7" of Trevin. But Trevin's got a little reach advantage which he could maybe utilize here. Trevin Jones, I feel like, is kind of the Vicente Luque of the bantamweight division. He doesn't have a nice record, but the wins and the losses are not bad. Split decision loss to an 11-3 guy. I mean, 5-3 kind of is what it is, really. But the guys that he's kind of beating on the regional scene are just a lot better level. 5-0, 13-10 when he was 4-2. You know, I mean 17-4 when he was 1-0. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, this guy's fighting the better level of competition, in my opinion. He's proven that he can beat good level of competition in the UFC. Timur Valiev, a good win on his record, unfortunately overturned to a no contest from Marijuana. Mario Batista knocked him out in the second round. Yakub Kakramonov, I was pretty confident in him going into that fight. Unfortunately, he did let me down on that one. Yakub did look pretty good on short notice in that fight. Now he's fighting Javid Basharat, the undefeated up-and-coming guy. And I just cannot get a good enough read on Javid to put a confident pick on Javid Basharat. I'm going to pick the power, I'm going to pick the stand-up, and I'm going to pick the well-roundedness of Trevin Jones. I think he's going to be able to get inside the distance. Javid Basharat is going to be throwing leg kicks all fight long, though, and he will be doing damage with those leg kicks, but I don't think this fight's going to last long, guys. I think Trevin Jones is going to knock him out within 2 rounds, and I've got a decent amount of confidence in that one. I do think that Javid, he just has not proven to me anything. He hasn't proven to me that he's the UFC level. I think the UFC's trying to give him a guy that they think he can beat, but I just don't think Trevin Jones is that guy that they should be giving him, man. They should be giving Javid Basharat an easier option than this. I'm going Trevin Jones. I'm going to Trevin Jones by KO. I'm excited about this pick because I flipped the pick. No disrespect to Javid, he's a good guy, he's a good fighter, I mean, but he's just, his whole record really has been set up to make him look good. Like this 11-1 win that he's got, very padded 11-1. The 16-0 win, even by the UFC, to put him up against his Artem Carlon. I'll show you guys what I mean. This is ridiculous, guys. He's got his 2 best wins in his career are just padded records. I mean, he's 14-2 and he does have actually a pretty good win recently, but at the time, man, this guy looked 5-14, 0-1, 0-3, 2-5. Like, he's just not fighting that level of competition. Same as Artem Carlon at the time. He was 16-0. I mean, he was fighting relatively good levels of competition, but at the same time, like, all 2-0 guys, all debuting guys, I just can't trust that. I really cannot. I'm going to go Javid Basharat to unfortunately lose this debut. I'm going Trevin Jones. I think he's going to get the job done. I think he's going to get the job done by knockout, man. I'm hyped for this fight, man. I can't believe it. I'm picking underdog. I can't believe I'm picking against the undefeated fighter. I know there's a pretty unwritten rule out there that you don't pick against undefeated fighters, but I'm going to do it. I'm picking Trevin Jones, and oh, hope he doesn't make me look really stupid, but I'm going Trevin Jones. I'm going to trust in the power. I'm going to trust in the durability. I'm going to trust that he's going to be able to get the job done.